Most people start their day with a cup of coffee, which is made from roasted and ground seeds. The majority of the world's population wakes up and immediately goes for a cup of coffee to begin their day. Melita Bentz was the person who came up with it in 1908. Melita Bentz created the first drip coffee maker. She utilized a blotting paper filter. Though coffee has been made for thousands of years, it wasn't until 575 AD that it became popular in Europe. The coffee percolator was developed by Turks in 1818. It is thought that the history of coffee brewing has been lost. Therefore, the coffee machine was invented in the 1800s. In the days before modern coffee pots, people actually brewed coffee in a pot that was specifically designed for it. The Ibrik method is the name for this process. Coffee brewing is a specialty of Turkey. However, this procedure took a long time to complete. The roots of this technique go all the way back to the year 850. This is when coffee seeds were first planted in Yemen. People used to put coffee beans in a sock and then pass hot water through it. The sock was used as a filter. However, with the invention of new technology, several fast methods for making coffee were also developed. Later in the 19th century, siphon pots became available, but many people still use them across the world today. We have all heard of French press coffee. This is the process of using a press pot, which is also known as immersion. Espresso machines began in the year 1884, when Angelo Moriando, an Italian, invented the espresso machine. Coffee was compressed into a cake and water pressure through it in his method. Although his device was a great success in the coffee business, it couldn't produce coffee on a small scale. By 1905, Luigi Bezzera and Desiderio Pavoni had modified the machine, which Angelo renamed it. Their device was capable of producing 10,000 cups of coffee in an hour. This new invention was only the beginning of the coffee industry. The La Pavoni espresso makers became increasingly popular in the 1920s. Daisy created a new espresso machine in 1938. The forcing of water through the coffee was carried out using a piston-based pump. In the early 1960s, Ernesto Valente created the first modern coffee maker. These devices used a pump rather than a piston to force water through them. Water may now be heated on demand instead of having to store it in a large reservoir. In the 1980s and 1990s, new equipment was developed that included semi-automatic to fully automated machinery. Most of these devices have a tank, which holds the water. The pressure is then created by connecting the machine to a power outlet. Thank you, and hope you enjoy it. Get more inspiring stories only on Magnify Mind.